This is the only real reason someone comes back after ignoring you. Take a deep breath before you continue. Let your shoulders relax. This message is not meant to be rushed. It's meant to be felt. If someone once ignored you, pulled away, went silent, disappeared without explanation, and yet somehow found their way back into your life, there is something you need to understand. There is only one real reason this happens. Everything else is just the surface. Welcome to Rise and Inspire. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all, because every video can change your mindset. Part 1. Ignoring you was never indifference. When someone ignores you, the first wound it creates is confusion. You begin asking yourself questions that hurt quietly. Did I matter at all? Was I too much? Was I not enough? But ignoring someone is rarely about lack of feeling. It is about lack of emotional capacity. People withdraw when emotions rise faster than their ability to understand them. When connection becomes intense enough to threaten their sense of control. If they truly felt nothing, they wouldn't need distance. They would simply move on. Silence is not absence. Sometimes silence is resistance. Part 2. The emotional debt they never paid. When someone leaves without closure, they don't leave empty-handed. They carry something with them, and spoken words, and finished emotions. Moments that never reached an ending. This creates an emotional debt, and emotional debt doesn't disappear. It waits. It waits in late-night thoughts, in quiet moments, in sudden memories that arrive without permission. That's when they begin to feel you again. Part 3. Why time didn't erase you. Time can erase routines. It can erase habits and daily contact, but it does not erase emotional resonance. If you made them feel seen without judgment, understood without explanation, or emotionally alive in a way they weren't used to, that feeling stays in the nervous system. Their mind may have told them they were fine, but their body remembered otherwise. That's why you return to their thoughts when they least expected it. Part 4. The lie they tried to live after leaving. Most people tell themselves a story. I needed space. It wasn't the right time. It wouldn't have worked anyway. And sometimes those things are partly true. But beneath that story lives a quieter truth. I didn't know how to handle how deeply this affected me. So they tried to replace you with distractions, with busyness, with other connections. But replacement is not resolution. Part 5. Why no one else felt the same. They may have talked to others, smiled with others, shared moments with others, yet something always felt slightly off. Because attention can be replaced, conversation can be found again, chemistry can be recreated, but emotional alignment cannot be copied. You met them at a depth they weren't prepared for. You touched something inside them they hadn't explored yet. And once someone experiences that, even briefly, their system knows when it's missing. Part 6. The fear that made them ignore you. This is the part most people don't want to admit. They ignored you because staying would have required vulnerability. To stay, they would have had to communicate honestly, face emotional responsibility, risk being seen in their uncertainty. Ignoring you was easier than saying, I care but I'm scared. Distance felt safer than depth. Part 7. The inner conflict that followed after they left. A quiet conflict began inside them. One voice said, let it go. Move on. Don't reopen this. Another voice whispered, something important isn't finished. That second voice didn't go away. It showed up when life slowed down, when distractions failed, when they felt lonely even around others. That voice kept reminding them, you never really closed that door. Part 8. The moment they realized you still lived in them. There is always a moment of realization. It might come during a song, a quiet drive, or a night they couldn't sleep. A moment when they finally understand, I didn't lose them because it ended naturally. I lost them because I didn't know how to show up. And that realization carries weight. Because regret doesn't come from loss alone. It comes from missed courage. Part 9. Why they didn't reach out sooner. If they felt all this, why didn't they come back immediately? Because returning means facing consequences. Admitting, I was wrong. I avoided something meaningful. I may not be welcome back. Fear delayed them. Pride slowed them down. And certainty held them still. But the pull never stopped. Part 10. The pull that brought them back. People think they come back because of loneliness. But loneliness alone doesn't bring someone back to the same person. They come back because they're Emotional system associates you with truth, with authenticity. With a version of themselves that felt real. And when they couldn't access that version anywhere else, they remembered where they last felt it. They remembered you. Part 11. Why they return carefully. Notice how their energy changes when they come back. They are more hesitant, more thoughtful, more aware of your reactions, because now they understand something they didn't before. Your absence taught them your value. They know losing you again might not come with another chance. Part 12. What their return is not about. Let this settle deeply. Their return is not about ego. Not about convenience. Not about boredom. If it were, they wouldn't feel nervous reaching out. They wouldn't hesitate. They wouldn't approach gently. The care tells the truth. Part 13. What their return actually means. It means you mattered more than they knew how to handle. It means you left an emotional imprint that didn't fade. It means they grew enough to recognize what they once avoided, whether or not they say it clearly. Their return is acknowledgement. Part 14. The most important truth for you. Listen closely. Someone coming back does not mean you owe them access. It does not mean you abandon your boundaries. It does not mean you move backward. It simply means this: you are not forgettable. You are not insignificant. You were never just a phase. You were a turning point. Part 15. Closure. Whether you choose it or not, whether you let them back in or choose to close the door yourself. Their return completes a circle. It answers the question you once asked in silence: did I ever really matter to you? And the answer without words is yes. Final words. Some connections are not meant to last forever, but they are meant to wake something up. If someone comes back after ignoring you, it's because something inside them never finished processing you. You changed them, and real change always leaves traces. If you found value in this message, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rise and Inspire. Thank you for your support.